Hi guys, welcome back to the Studentship YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be going around asking university students how much they spend on food every day. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. Osman, good evening. Yeah, I greet you.
Yeah,
my name is Lion. What's the name?
I'm Daniel by name.
Okay, Daniel, what department?
One physiology.
Okay, so I'm going around today asking students, I want to know the average amount they spend on feeding every day, like how much you spend on food.
Okay, personally to me, I spend averagely 1,000 naira.
1,000 naira. Like
if I'm in a normal cash flow.
Okay,
I spend
1,000 naira.
Yes.
You cook like or you buy food outside?
Okay, most times I prefer cooking because cooking is more cheaper than buying.
Okay.
Yes, it's only I buy food only if there's an emergency or if there's somewhere I'm to go.
Okay.
I won't get the chance. So that's what I would.
So if you cook, like you used to spend that 1,000 naira or is when you eat out? I want to know the difference.
Okay. If I cook that day, I won't spend up to 1,000.
Okay, not spend up to 1,000.
But I'm just saying about, I'm talking about feeding.
Okay.
So
on average.
Exactly. So over I'm to buy something, it will exceed 1,000 naira.
Okay.
So that is my personal expenses.
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Lion. What's your name?
I'm Maxi.
Maxi. So I'm going around today asking students how much you spend averagely on food, like on feeding per day. That's just the question.
Okay. Yeah, I used to eat a lot. You
Okay,
notice I'm
you're a foodie.
kind of.
Okay.
Minimum of 2,000.
Do you eat out or you cook your own food?
Is in between them.
In between.
Yeah.
Okay, but which do you think is cheaper, like eating out or buying food outside, like cooking your own food or buying food outside?
If you judge, maybe probably you bring food stuff from home.
Yes.
That means if you talk about bringing food stuff from home, obviously cooking is better. It's cheaper. But if you are buying the food stuff, eating out is better.
It's better, and it save you time. Also focus on
just that it will not do.
Okay, eating out is not really satisfying. And when you cook your own, like you go for round one, go for round two, and round three.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no problem now. Thank you very much. You know, sometimes as a students they spend money on food, and I just want to know, so that those that are just getting to the university, trying to plan their self, we know like how much on an average.
Just only food, right?
Yes, just only on food.
Daily or weekly?
Daily. At least from daily we can now go on with the calculation.
Actually, we do go to hospital posting and all of that.
Okay.
And the place is far from, I will have to hurry up to get to the hospital. So you will not have time to cook and all of that.
That's true.
So now depends on where you are eating, because one thing I fancy here, the food need to be clean.
Yes,
I don't even mind
hygiene.
I don't even mind the taste first.
Okay.
But the place should be very clean first.
Yeah.
So, well, my calculation is based on how they are selling food at Ituku.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you can spend like around 500 to 700 naira a day.
A day, like for morning,
Yes.
you like eat in the morning, you eat in the afternoon, you eat in the evening.
No, just one meal, because if you decide to do that twice, you'll be spending too much.
Okay, is it that there's no time like to go and eat?
No time to cook. There are some people that, actually I do cook only weekends.
Okay, weekends.
While during the week, I just
Wow.
smuggle my way.
Average 700 like
daily.
eating out.
Yeah,
But
500
if
to
you cook on
700.
weekends, like you spend like...
Yeah, I spend less actually if I cook
Okay.
weekends. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. What's the name? Promise. Okay, how much do you spend a day on feeding?
Okay. Consider, these are like, it depends.
Okay,
Okay. Many people like doesn't have time
to
buy
cook.
to buy food stuff and all that.
Okay,
But like for people like normally depend on buying something, eating and that.
okay.
So I think let me just say 1,000 a day.
Okay, for you,
1,000.
for you, a 1,000 naira a day.
Yes.
So do you like cook yourself, or maybe you buy food sometimes, or you mix the two?
I cook.
Okay,
But when in times like
during exams.
I know that's time. I start spending spending money.
Is it still that average of 1,000, or maybe your expenses will go higher?
Sometimes it varies.
Okay.
Sometimes it may even add 1,500.
Wow,
Because
wow,
you
wow.
have to, gather more strength and eat
Okay,
well.
okay,
Understand? Especially
okay.
in exam, you need more energy.
Yeah,
and
that
strength,
is-
to read.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
understand.
Yeah, that is
So,
true.
Though it depends on different people. But for
Okay.
me, I combine like
Okay. When you have the
food
chance,
stuff
yeah.
and this thing. But when I don't have time,
Yeah.
buy food.
All right, thank you very much. How much do you spend on food?
You spend a lot on food.
Yes.
Like, are you asking of how much we spend or
How much you spend per day on food?
1,000 plus?
1,000 plus.
For those that don't cook like me now. we
Okay, you
spend
don't
close to
cook.
1,000
Okay,
plus.
1,000 plus. Like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. How much you spend every day on food as a student?
As a student,
Yes.
we spend more than 1,000 daily because of the high increase in price.
The inflation and everything.
Yes.
So do you cook your own food or like you eat out?
Sometimes I do cook, sometimes I eat out as well.
So making a comparison, like when you eat out and when you cook your own food, which do you think is cheaper, like more affordable?
Like, I believe cooking is much cheaper for me.
From your experience?
From my experience, yeah.
Okay,
Because
okay.
when I said to eat, if I check what I will spend,
Okay.
I check if I just substitute it into cooking, it will, as in I'll eat more
Okay.
than
But since you know cooking like your own food is cheaper, like why do you still like eat out? Is that there's no time?
Hey, there's no time in this world.
Yeah.
There's no time in this
I
world.
can relate. So I think you go for lectures, you
Yes.
come back.
Sometimes you just have to do with noodles.
Yes.
As long as something is in the stomach. Just move on.
Like in the morning, like what do you normally take in the morning since because of the no time?
Sometimes if I cooked something at
In the-
night,
yeah,
then
the
I'll
previous
eat it in the
night.
morning. But
Okay.
if there's nothing like that, I have to go for a fast food, either tea or indomie, so something just to eat and have it
Okay.
before going for lectures.
Okay. You've seen the question, so it's nothing serious. So I want to know how much you spend on food every day. Like you cook or you eat out. Like what's
I cook. I cannot come and spend money in this school. Not in this session.
okay? So how do you think that costs you? Like what's the cost? Average cost?
And it's limited now compared to when I buy food outside.
Okay. Can you give us a figure, like a number? Like if a student wants to draw a budget.
For like a month.
Okay.
Or,
Okay. Like you go to the market and you get stuff in bulk.
yes.
Okay. Can you give us a figure for a month?
Okay, month. Roughly 15.
15K, like 15,000, and you'll be able to get the necessary ingredients and foodstuffs. So you advise students to cook their own food because it's cheaper.
Better to cook your own.
Okay. Thank you very much. How much do you spend on food, like averagely per day? Is it that you cook your own food or you like eat out?
Per day, 1,000 plus.
1,000 plus. Is it by cooking for yourself?
Recently in our hostel,
Okay.
told us not to cook.
Okay.
So, yes, just buying stuff
Wow.
sometimes and then maybe a friend
Okay.
join.
So that 1,500, like averagely per day, 1,500.
Yeah.
Wow, that is expensive, bro. It's very, very expensive. And that 1,500, you can get something that will satisfy you for that day.
How will satisfy you? Just maybe like buy bread in the morning.
Bread in the morning, okay.
Maybe like beans.
In the afternoon.
Beans, oats.
Can you break it down? Like in the morning, how much do you buy your bread? Like let's see.
Bread maybe 200.
Okay.
200, or sometimes even just get mishai.
Okay, mishai.
Mishai 350, 400.
Okay, then for lunch.
Maybe beans. Beans is at least reasonable. I'm like 400.
400 naira.
At least the quantity will be okay.
Okay, then for dinner.
Dinner. Just maybe get some rice.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Edmond. Obioma Blessing.
Okay, what department?
Human physiology.
Human physiology, okay. So I'm asking students today how much you spend averagely on food, like as a student. How much you spend on food?
I don't really buy food though.
Okay, like
I
cook yourself.
Yes.
So can you still give us a figure for that? Or maybe you go to the markets once a week, or how do you do
Okay,
it?
maybe 3,000.
Is it per week?
Yes.
Okay. So if you get food stuff of 3,000, it can last you for that week.
Yes.
Like what will you get? Like what kind of stuff will you get?
It's just an ingredient that you use.
Like what now? Just give us some.
Because
Because the students that will just
like fresh tomatoes, onion, fish, pepper, all these
okay,
perishable.
those Gary and stuff like that. Because a newly admitted student might just get into school and might not really have an idea of how to go about feeding, and at the beginning they might just start spending money. So we're making a video like this, to give them a clue, an idea of like what it is to economize and save money for themselves.
Okay. We come back to school with foodstuffs.
Oh yeah.
The only thing we go to market to buy is the ingredients.
Like vegetables and all of that. So
that's just.
But you don't eat out. You don't buy food out.
No, I cook.
Even
by
when there
myself.
is like exams, like there's lectures from morning to evening, you still manage to cook yourself.
Yes, I cook.
Wow, that is awesome. Because many students will feel like it's not possible. Like how do you manage to do it? Because I think most students will be interested in how you do it. Like
You have to make out time to cook. So I'll be able to eat the next day.
Do you go for lectures from morning to evening?
No.
Okay.
It's just 8 to 9, 9 to 10.
Okay. That means you still have the time to cook yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Do you go to the market like monthly, weekly?
I already have the food stuff.
Okay, like
when coming back.
Okay. So, but you still spend money on like vegetables and some petty food stuff.
When I'm cooking soup, but that one doesn't exceed 500.
500 per day or a week?
Per day.
Okay,
That's for the food.
Okay.
But the food can last more than a day.
Yes. Because most students we've met, they don't have time to cook because of lectures and exam. Like, so how do you manage to do it? Like to cook for your own food, like all the time?
In the night.
Okay, the night.
Like when I'm through with my daily activities.
Okay. That is nice.
Not every day, sha.
Okay, but at least you save a lot of money for that through this means now.
I don't think so because the days I don't cook, I always spend like 700 to 800.
Okay, like when you don't cook now. But when you cook, like you save a lot.
When I cook, I don't spend money though.
Okay.
But if I'm to equate the whole thing, well, the money equivalent should be more than that.
Okay. This is how much you spend averagely on food per day, like on eating or food per day.
Well, I would say it depends. Are you talking about those? Are you including those who cook or generally?
Yeah, for you, do you cook or you eat out?
Mostly cook.
Okay, mostly cook yourself. So, like, can you give us a figure, or maybe you go to the markets weekends?
That's daily average.
Yeah, daily average.
With the inflation and the value of the currency and the prices of things now, I'm just say roughly between 600 to 700.
600 to 700, like for cooking yourself.
Okay, for if I'm to use the cooking average, just make it 500.
500.
Yeah.
But you eat sometimes, you eat out sometimes now. So what's the average for that?
That's what
the 600.
600, 700.
Okay, but you think cooking yourself like is better now?
Yeah.
You normally have time to cook yourself.
That's why I say because it's not entirely better because time is another.
The academics and all of that.
So it's just sometimes because of cost and all these things, you're trying to minimize cost, you have to cook.
Okay.
But ordinarily, the nature of the kind of thing we do, like the whole school stress, having gives you time to do cook.
That is true.
That's
true.
Just the truth. So ordinarily, if there was enough finance in this environment, buying food is just
it's the best.
Easiest thing to do than cooking, buying ingredients, going to the market, the whole stress.
Yeah. How much you spend?
Okay, let's say most times I don't cook, I stay off campus. So most times I'm in school.
Okay.
Just eat out. So it can reach from minimum 500.
500.
So if you reach 2K, 3K, depending on how stressful the day was.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So 2K, 3K.
I think depending on where you are still eating now, like the restaurants.
Yeah, depending on the restaurants. But if just normal buy stuff, burger stuff, 1.5.
It's okay per day. Okay. So thank you very much. All right, guys. So you've heard from students that they spend an average of 1,000 naira a day. And what we see in this video, students who eat out spend more money on food than those who try to cook for themselves. And the excuse most students give why they have to buy food out because of lack of time. You know, by the time you go for lectures, you come back for lectures, you may not have time to cook for yourself. So for them, I will always recommend to students to try as much as possible to find out time to cook for themselves because it's more cheaper, it's more affordable, and it's better in terms of hygiene. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel.